Welcome back, everybody, to the second day of the Champions Division playoffs, and we're here yet again for some more top quality Rocket League action. This is the best we have here in the ECC, and we're here today to crown our champion. Of course, my name is Fade, and joining me at the desk is my co-caster Dennis and our lovely analyst Mikey. How are you both today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you very much, Fade. I'm really excited for this final day of playoffs, actually. Day two of the Champions Division playoffs. Only 4 teams left. And, it's going to be a really, really good day, hopefully, of Rocket League. So, I'm really excited for this day.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with that. I think, we've got 4 absolutely insanely talented teams all vying to be the Champions Division, champions. I think it's going to be an insane day of action. Domino, Esport, and CrossFade kicking us off. I think we're in for a treat today.
Oh yeah, we absolutely will be. And if you saw what happened yesterday, it was just absolute carnage. And I think one thing I'd like to point out before we get into our first match, is just some of the teams that have exited the competition so far. And there's actually some pretty big upsets. One thing I want to allude to the most though is Last Picks. Probably one of the favourites to potentially win the whole thing, and they dropped out in top 6 here. They lost to Digital Dynasty and CrossFade. Guys, what do we think about that? Because to me, that's just a shock exit, plain and simply, right there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, CrossFade, it is a bad team at all, but definitely I would have expected more from the last picks. But CrossFade, we are going to see them play against Domino Esports. So, it's interesting to see if they can keep that to get that good run of form in the lower bracket. Of course, they started in round 1 of the lower bracket playing against Korea Blues. Well, actually, they got a 4-4 win over them. And of course, then they beat Last Picks with 4-2, putting them in this loser bracket round 3 against Domino Esport. And, Domino Esport, they had, quite an unfortunate series you have seen yesterday against Penguin Sniffers. Reverse swept, of course. So, a big upset there. Domino Esport, top favorites in, maybe in the World Champions Division. Because, of course, they are seed number 1 in Conference 2 with 1996 MMR on average beginning in this season. So, quite an upset that they are here in the lower bracket, beating out by Penguin Sniffers. But, it's going to be interesting. Can they, play again against Penguin Sniffers in the grand final? Because, of course, Penguin Sniffers are in the grand final now. And Domino Esport need to win twice in a row. First against CrossFade and then against Digital Dynasty in the loser bracket final to play again against Penguin Sniffers in the grand final. So it's interesting to see who of these 2 teams is going to win this series here.
Yeah, I think CrossFade. CrossFade, they had a difficult time yesterday. They came out of the gate really strong. We covered that game on the B stream yesterday. Their issue was they came out really, really fast. They came out really fast for the first 30 seconds and then slowed down and just disappeared throughout the game. So I think it's a case of they just need to balance their energy if they want to stand any chance of getting through this one. But it is a tall task because Domino Esport, we all know, they're pretty much the favorites for Champions Division playoffs. So can't really see Domino Esport going out of playoffs at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I'd also like to allude to the fact that Penny told me they're actually going to be playing with their main lineup. So we'll be Penny, Choke, and Creamy, I believe, starting in this series. They are scrimming as we speak right now. So that's going to really factor into the remainder of the players. Because if you remember, yesterday they had to play with Killux and Mirror. And we all know Mirror. He is an RLRS player in the past, actually. So he's got that top level experience. But with their main lineup, they've been playing in the Cellular League, and especially where they managed to make the playoffs in that, which is very, very impressive, mind you. So, I mean, I think that could positively impact Domino coming into not just this series, but the rest of the playoffs where they're at full strength with their main team. They're used to each other. And so I have no reason to believe that they could easily make it into the finals here. I believe they have every capability to beat CrossFade and Digital Dynasty, and they could even go ahead to take down Penguin Sniffers to get revenge for yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. Playing with the main lineup, you played within, of course, Stellar League and many other tournaments as well. Definitely, you have the chemistry with them, and that could be, the advantage they're having over CrossFade here. Domino Esport, of course, they are quite familiar known in the RL community. They're quite a good team. Definitely, starting with our main lineup. Probably is still better than playing, of course, with Mirror or with Sword, who are the sub and I think a stand-in. So it's always better to have that main lineup going into this series. I don't really know much about CrossFade, to be fair. Haven't really seen them in the RL community, but we just have to see what's what's going to make the difference in this series.
Yeah, indeed. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this series is going to pan out here. But I think we are nearing kickoff, so it is time to make our predictions here. I think I will start off actually. For once, usually I'm the one that hands over to one of you two. As we are getting Domino in here, so we'll make this pretty quick. I think Domino will be taking this series. I think I'll give it a 4-1. I will give CrossFade a game, but Domino is just going to be plain simply too strong for the CrossFade lads to handle.
Yeah, I would say I think it's going to be a little bit closer than 4-1. I think it's going to be 4-2. Still for Domino Esport, I think they're still the better team here in this series. But I would say a 4-2 for Domino Esport would be the case in this series.
See, I think Domino Esport. I think as much as I really don't want to see a grand final of Penguin Sniffers and Digital Dynasty later on. I think Domino Esport will take this one. I think they'll clean sweep it pretty much, and then I think that in that lower bracket final, they will be going up against Digital Dynasty.
All right. Well, with that all said and done, the teams are ready, and so we'll be getting kicked off here with our first series of the day, CrossFade against Domino Esport, as we are gearing up for kickoff in this one, and away we go with this best of 7 series. Of course, the winner of this will face off Digital Dynasty in the losers final, and Penny already starting off right off the bat with a banging flick into the top left.
Penny, what a start of this series already. Flicks it over Luxy inside of the post. And Domino Esport, we thought already they would, win this series, but definitely with a great start like this, they can definitely make it happen. Penny, great start for them in this series.
Yeah, it's a start they really wanted in this one, but CrossFade looking to answer back, looks like with a high shot there, as it's now lurking in the midfield. Choke would just put it into the corner there. Kieran chasing him down, actually taking Choke out of the game, but Penny will get it away, as now Penny with a long clear downfield, but too wide of the net. Kieran will get it away, as now Choke taking it into the corner, looking to make a centre. Currently going to take it out, as now Cremate with the backboard touch, looking to follow it up, but looks he's none the wiser to that. Touches to the centre, looks he gives the ball away to Penny there. Not the wisest move, as now Penny puts it into the middle for Karime, who just sends it back down again. Looks like now looking to take it out. Penny shot high again off the bar, as it's now dropping into the box. Playing with the demo as well. Grizzly has to make a crucial touch here, as they're off the respawn. A bit unlucky there, but Kieran going to get it, and now the follow up finally. Pressure pennying off, and Penny slotting in his second of the game already.
Yeah, and this is the Domino Esport you expect to see from them. Of course, yesterday we have seen him struggle a little bit against Penguin Sniffers, but you can just see the strength of Domino Esport. They're definitely better in this game so far. 2 goals up already, only 1 minute played, and CrossFade, a lot to do in this game 1.
Yeah, they got a lot of work ahead of them, don't they? This has been a rough start for them, but they're looking to try and make it back if they can, but Domino simply, putting all the pressure on, really. The speed of their play is just unmatched at this rate, as Creamy is going for that double again. Penny with an awkward touch, and allows Kieran to find Luxie in the midfield, but the pass a little bit too much power on, and didn't give Luxie enough time to prepare, as now Creamy trying to get to it. He can't reach the ball. It allows Lucky to make a centre, but easy clear for Penny, but Cruising with a demo. Creamy again there to make the save, and now he's got a one-on-one situation, but Cruising responding with a demo of his own. So Cruising sending it down the line. Looks like trying to be found upfield, looking to make a centre. Creamy is going to take it out. Kieran now. What can he do with it? Seemingly nothing, as it's now sent into the opposing corner. Luxie with the pinch out. It's now Kieran looking to take it down the field. has a double tap opportunity. Can he make it? Sadly not. Could not find the angle. Looks now into the corner again. And it looks like CrossFade, they have got a bit more of that pressure going. They're starting to find their rhythm, but nothing too convincing coming out of them as we're approaching halftime.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I want to see more passing plays from them, to be honest. I haven't really seen them connecting great with each other, but Creamy, great attempt from him with Flippy set. But in the end, you know, CrossFade, they're still kind of struggling against this Domino Esport side in game one. And, you know, Domino Esport, you know, they have quite some pressure in this game so far. Half-time pretty much left for CrossFade to still make this game one theirs. But, you know, they just need to connect more with each other, you know, spread out a little bit, I would say. Because so far there haven't really been much opportunities to make those connections, to make those passing plays. And Domino Esports, third goal for them. You know, they're really ruling in this series. Game one, it really looks like it's going to be theirs.
Yeah, definitely. What a shot from Creamy, just sitting in the box there, waiting for that pass coming from Penny. Lovely stuff from them, and I will agree with you on that, Dennis. Really, CrossFit got to try to find each other a little bit more here if they want to give themselves a chance, because at the moment, they're just being outpaced by the Domino side, and so they've got to try play a bit more team-based, shall we say, to give themselves a better chance of this one. As they do find themselves with the ball here, Luxie though struggling a lot to keep control of it, as our Cruz and Kieran both going up for that ball, as our Cruz is trying to chase down for a demo, but will matter as Creamy bangs straight down the field and into the bottom right. Bit of a disaster there for the CrossFade side. It's 4-0.
Yeah, third man push up way too far there, all in offense, but that can happen then on all open net. Domino Esport getting the fourth goal of this game one against only 0 of CrossFade. You know, CrossFade, they can't really get over the line of Domino Esport, can't really create good offenses, and Domino Esport, you know, they would just bang all the balls left, right, and center, you know, getting all the goals on their hand. And in the, you know, game one, yeah, we can say it's been decided. I see no way CrossFade can come back. Definitely when Creamy does that. Oh my, Creamy.
Jesus Christ, this is the Creamy we all know and love. The breezy flick coming out. My word, he's showing who's boss there, and you know, I've watched this man played so many series in the past weeks, but that is something else right there, and really, Des, that is rubbing salt in the wounds here for CrossFade side, because you're getting battered to bits here in this game, but for Creamy to do something like that to you, my words, I can't imagine being CrossFade right now, because that is just humiliating to concede there.
Yeah, you know, CrossFade, they have more series to play, but you don't want to begin the series like this. Creamy just scoring a really good goal on them. Well, at least CrossFade, they can get one back because there was no one in there from Domino Esport, but you know, 55 seconds. Domino Esport, they've had all the pressure in this game. No, they can just get one against them. No clean sheet for them. But I would say game one, you know, they will still take this one. And, you know, still a best of 7, so CrossFade can definitely come back. We have seen a reverse sweep yesterday against Domino Esport. But CrossFade really need to do something else in the next couple of games.
Yeah, and it's going to be particularly important against a momentum-based team like Domino, because if they you know, really get warmed up into a series, then they're just going to snowball and they'll become unstoppable. So for CrossFade, this upcoming game 2 is going to be critical. If they can win that, then that will really make their chances a lot better going later in the series. Otherwise, Domino are just going to run away with this one for sure. But a little bit of time left in this game. Let's see what Domino can do. It seems like they're having a little bit of fun, and no wonder, 5-1 up, why not? As this game is going to be coming to a close very soon. Luxie going for a shot, but that is way wide up net. But Luxie going for demos though, maybe trying to start by a dominance, try something new going into the next game, but we can consider this game done and dusted. The favourites Domino coming out with this game 1 win.
What a game that was. That was just a complete tale of exactly what we said before the game. Domino Esport absolutely just stomping at CrossFade. And at CrossFade's issue, they're just not quick enough. You know, you've got a player like Creamy who is ridiculously mechanical. He is like a magician. He's so good. You've got to try to match that mechanicalism. I don't think that's a word, but I don't care. I'm making it up. And they really just didn't do that. They struggled a lot in terms of just getting there quickly enough. they just sort of let the ball loose a little bit too much. And when you're in this situation, you're facing off against like one of the best teams around. You simply just cannot do that. And if CrossFade won anything from this series, they want to move on into that final, they're going to need to just simply step it up.
Yeah, most definitely. They need to step it up. CrossFade losing with 4 goals in this game 1. A great breezy flick from Creamy here in game 1. Already, making his mark, letting the other team show, and of course, letting the stream show how good he can be. And why they maybe should win the Champions Division. They still have a long way to go. They need to play series after this one, and then they're only getting into the grand final. So still, they need to win this series, and after this series, they need to win 2 of the best of 7s. Definitely, if they play like this, they can definitely make it happen. Domino Esport, great side. Game 1 was theirs, but can they keep it up in this series?
Well, let's see if that will happen. Of course, from me, I will expect them to keep that run of form going in this one, but CrossFade, they only have to make a big change in how they approach the game, as they are starting with a bit of pressure here. Creamy with a long clear, as Choke is going for the shot. Brilliant finish from Choke. We've seen him do this many times before. Just a brilliant play from Domino, end to end right here.
Yeah, Domino continues where they stopped last game, scoring goals and scoring goals. Choke already early on in this game, 12 seconds in, and CrossFade already losing here in game 2. Great stuff from Domino Esport, and again, great start for them in this game 2.
Yeah, started 1. It was a brilliant pass from Creamy to find Choke down the field. As now CrossFade trying to respond here. A good attempt there from Luxy, but not going to amount to anything there. So Creamy up for this again, dropping it into the corner as 2 defenders committing for that. Cruzy though has a free touch, trying to find Lux in the side, but Choke is too quick to that. As our Creamy puts it into the corner, putting a bit of pressure on Kieran, who has to make a move here, and it will go back into the other corner. As now will be Choke getting onto this. Not the best touch, it will allow Luxy a chance, but Creamy in the nets will get it away. So Creamy finds himself in a little bit of space to work with, has Choke to work with on the ground as well. Runs out a boost, and it does give the ball to Kieran for free. He's going to put it down the field, pin it. Going to be getting to this one, sending it over to defenders, going to chase this one down. Try to block out Luxy, but will not amount to anything. Creamy with the backboard touch. Kieran now flicking it on out, but you can just tell here, Dennis, that Domino have full control of this. CrossFade have no answer at the moment to this pressure, and they seemingly just can't find a way out of their half.
Yeah, definitely, they have a lot of struggles getting out of the half. That alone just scoring goals. They're of course losing by 1 goal now. Finally they can get out of the half. Just possession lost though to Domino Esport. And Domino Esport, they have all the control in this series so far. In game 1 we have seen them winning with 5-1. Just because they had so much control. They control the pace, they control the ball, they just had a passing plays, and that's what the difference here is here between CrossFade and Domino Esport. We need to see some more offenses from CrossFade, trying to control or play a little bit more. Looks like they're a little bit nervous maybe playing against the Domino Esport side, but definitely you do not want to be nervous at this point. You need to win it here, otherwise you will be 2 games down early on in the series.
Yeah, and that's not what you want from CrossFade, and as I said, this game's very important for them, but they're the ones that are down at the moment, and it was another chance developing for Domino there, but it's still kept out. It's now a bit of panic there from defense. It's getting really sloppy here for CrossFade, but they do manage to find another clear, but Choke is there to throw it back into the other half, trying to find a center with his touch. It's not the best, but it will allow Penny another look at the net. Choke cannot finish it though, but it might not matter too much because they are comfortable with this 1-0 lead right now. But we know CrossFade, they can take it out of their grasp if they want to. They've beaten some top sides in this playoff and in league play as well as into the CrossFade corner. Creamy trying to make yet another center. Kieran and Cruzy up for that. Where's the communication here? Luxy does find a 50-50. Creamy though really quick to that to get it away, but now Kieran has another look at the net. Creamy with a light touch, and now Choke has to get it out, as now CrossFade do have a bit of pressure of their own, but it seems like Domino don't have any issues dealing with it right now.
Yeah, CrossFade, they still look a little bit unstructured. Well, Domino Esport, they really look structured, they really look organized. And CrossFade, they still have troubles making that goal because they're just going for solo plays like here. But usually they just get defended by the defense of Domino Esport. You need to connect with each other, get those input passes going, because otherwise, it will just be easily cleared and defended by Domino Esport. But from defense to offense, it is Domino Esport. Penny again. I think this is the third goal for him in this series already. Getting the second for Domino Esport, and CrossFade down by 2 now.
Yeah, just there's a whiff there on the defense from Kieran. He was under a lot of pressure, and Penny just has an open net to work with. And it's good to see him hitting those open nets, because yesterday it was an absolute nightmare for him, but it's good to see that he's found some confidence again there, managing to slot that one home, and it gives Domino a very comfortable 2-0 lead, and we can really write off this game already, because we know Domino, they have some solid defense in this series. I look at the slot and another one, choke on his own. Luxley managing to make the save as our Kieran trying to take it down the field. Penny does get the demo, but still, it is some pressure here for CrossFade, but Creamy taking his time. It is cleared across the Domino net as now Cruzy having a chance here, but can't find the follow-up touch. As our Kieran infield to Luxley. Can he find a goal? Yes, he can, and it looks like finally CrossFade have found something on the attack.
Yeah, now CrossFade breaking this game open. Luxley with a great shot, you know, passing both defenders of Domino Esport. One goal down only again, but 39 seconds to go. If they just have, you know, the pressure here in the upcoming 39 seconds, they can possibly tie this game 2 up. But we need to see more from the CrossFade side. They need to score as soon as possible and not let Domino score. But as I say that, is the cost occurs. Creamy will get the third for Domino Esport, and they back up by 2 again.
Yeah, again, I just feel like the CrossFade players were all bunched up in the same area, and there was no one to cover the net, and it just allowed Choke to get past all of them and for Creamy to come in forward to finish. Half a minute left. CrossFade surely out of this one, unless they can score for kickoff here. It's a good shot, but not enough to get past Penny. As now Luxley into the corner. What can he do with this? Seemingly not a lot, as now Penny sends it back down the field, just trying to stall this game out and secure a victory. But here goes another shot. What a save from Choke there. That was a great chance for CrossFade, but now Creamy going to take it out. And it looks like this game is over. Game 2 going to Domino as they're looking for one more goal. Choke will slot it in. His second goal of the series, I believe, so far. And Domino again showing who's boss here. And Mikey, my word, that game, again, Domino showing what they are made of. I must ask you though, what do you think CrossFade has to do differently here? Because we did see some of that offense coming out from them. They did manage to make a good play, but a lot of their chances seemingly not enough to get past this Domino defense.
Yeah, the attack didn't work. The defense didn't work. Nothing is working. So what can you go for when nothing seems to be sticking, nothing's working for you? Just go for random things, go for demos, work together as a team, just communicate what you're doing. If they turn around and take a Domino player out of the equation, you're taking out that team play. They can't go around and do a ridiculous Houdini team play in the middle of the field if that player isn't there. So you need to be going for more demos, try to just disrupt that gameplay, because you've got to switch it up. If you don't switch it up, then the same thing is going to happen again, and you're just going to get stomped out of the series.
Yeah, we just have to see, you know, can CrossFade come back? You know, they need to get some games in now. They need to play a little bit better. We have seen them actually just some moments where they had pressure on Domino Esport, but they need to have it more. They need to get the ball on the half of Domino Esports, you know, a lot of times. Because right now, you know, they've maybe had like the ball on the half of Domino, like maybe like 1 minute of the whole game. And that's just not enough to beat this Domino Esports side. If Domino Esports win this, of course, they will be going into match point in game 4, going for the clean sweep. For CrossFade, definitely, they need to change the playstyle maybe, you know, create those passing plays, create some more offenses, you know, get this game to their end to, you know, not get Domino Esport in match point in game 4.
Yeah, this is going to be crucial here for CrossFade. They have to win this, so Domino will surely come away with the victory here. As I was saying, CrossFade have to do something different, but it looks like Domino are kicking it up into another gear with a very aggressive demo play coming out from Penny. This seems like vintage Domino right here.
Yeah, you know, every time it seems like a Domino Esport, they just have that great start. In game 1 we saw it, game 2 we saw it, and here also in game 3, great demo from Penny, creating open net for Choke. 1-up by Domino already, 10 seconds in, going for the second. But Domino Esport, they're such a good offensive side, so solid, and it just looks like CrossFade, they can't do anything against it.
Yeah, I just love how Domino are very versatile in the way they approach their attacks. They're managing to pull off all these different kinds of things, and keeping their opposition guessing as it's yet another open net coming in for Choke. Domino really mean business here. That is battering CrossFade right now as it's their second goal in just the first half minute here of this game.
Yeah, they're just liberating over CrossFade now. The offense are just so good from Domino Esport. And CrossFade, they just have to work on the rotations. No one in goal there. You would have expected someone would be able to save it, but it was an easy shot for Cho getting it into the open net. Of course, yesterday we have seen Cho quite struggling a little bit in the playoffs, but now he just shows he's back. He can win playoffs with Domino Esport. Definitely at least beating this CrossFade side. It's only game 3, of course. They still need to play a game after this. But CrossFade, already struggling in this game 3 early on. 1 minute in, Domino Esport up by 2 already.
Really, Dennis, it's just been CrossFade struggling for the entire series. But as I say that, looks he does manage to pull one back for this CrossFade side. And if you're CrossFade, you've really got to try and get something off of this and try and build some momentum back. You've got plenty of time to work with. So let's see how they can manage it.
Yeah, Luxy with a great shot and getting at least one back for CrossFade. They just need to get more though. Last game we have seen them coming back one again, but yeah, it's just not enough so far. They need to get more offenses. They need to get the ball on the half of Domino Esport. They need to create those offenses. And CrossFade, they just need to connect with each other and not let Domino Esport get so many chances, because we have seen how solid Domino can be in offense, how dangerous they can be. You don't want to, let them shoot on goal. You want to get the ball on the side of Domino Esport. Right now they seem to get a little bit of pressure, but let's see, can it be enough? Can CrossFade come back in this series, or will it still be Domino Esport going away with the victory?
I don't know if it will be enough at the moment, because CrossFade just look a bit defeated at the moment, to be honest. You can just see them coming out with double commits again. You can tell they're very nervous here. It's Creamy with another shot, but a brilliant save there from Luxy. And it was a counter-attacking chance there, but the shot is well wide of the net. But I'm sure CrossFade will try to get something off of this as Luxy's up for it again. But Choke, we know him, too quick to that, and we'll find a clear down the field. It's now Creamy coming in for a centre and going for the shot as well. But he won't be able to find it onto the net as now into the centre again. Luxy trying to pick this one up. Kieran going to chase this one down. Creamy over to the left wing. Choke trying to find something there as now Creamy cutting in again, making it so awkward for his CrossFade defence. You can see now Penny diving in for that one, but he is beat out. Allows Kieran a better space to work with. And then Choke cutting in again. Cross into the centre. Creamy trying to find his double tap, but Kieran has him beat by a mile. As now approaching 2 minutes left, it looks like this game's starting to be ramped up into another gear here. CrossFade trying to find their footing a little bit. They are managing to do it successfully, but you can tell Domino still very strong on their attack. So one thing I want to point out with that is, them half-rotating a lot and cutting in into the first man position, because that is making it so difficult for CrossFade to find anything into their own half.
Yeah, not expecting the first man to, or to got the second man into first man, that can be just so hard to defend for the CrossFade defense, and they seem to struggle a lot in this game as well. Of course, they're only 1 game down, but definitely it has been done the esports again in this game. It's the same story. CrossFade struggling to get the ball out of the hole. Luxy now has to go for the save, has to go for the clear, but they're getting pressured so much, getting boosted off there as well. Domino Esport, they're just playing way more solid than the CrossFade side, and CrossFade, they just need to play a little bit more organized, because Domino Esport, they've been playing a lot more organized as well. CrossFade, a lot of double commits from them. We see the plays everywhere, but not in the position that you want to beat them in. And in the end, 1 minute to remain, still 1 goal down. They need to get some offenses. They need to get at least 1 goal, or otherwise Domino Esport will get into match point in game 4.
Yeah, indeed. And you can just tell the differences between how they're playing. Of course, Domino, they are very calm, cool, and collected, and they're not afraid to take some, a lot of people would say maybe risky plays, but Domino, it's often calculated risk, and it is working out every single time for them. And making sure that CrossFade will be unable to capitalize on it. But there is a brilliant demo from Kieran, and it allows Luxy to find an open net. CrossFade against a run of play, perhaps, managing to get one back here.
Yeah, that's a really good play by the CrossFade side. One going for the demo, one going for the assist, and of course one to finish it off. Great team play, and that's what you want to see from this CrossFade side. Another goal for Luxy. Definitely the top scorer of CrossFade in this game so far, or definitely in this series so far. But what does it matter? Of course, they're still losing by 2 games. Hoping to bring that down by 1 game if they win this game, of course. Right now, they seem to have a little bit of motivation. Maybe we can't see them coming back. But yeah, this game definitely looks like it's going to overtime.
Yeah, it definitely is, but Creamy, he's up. What can he do with this? He forced it down, but it is killed, and we're into overtime in game 3. This is crucial here. CrossFade do definitely want to win this one. It seems like they're starting to find an answer to this Domino Esport defense, going for some more offensive demos as we are seeing Cruzy trying to take control of this, getting it past Choke. He is taking out the game though, as now Penny can try to pick this one up. Now Kieran, great challenge. Creamy is up for it though, puts it into the side wall for Penny. Looking to make a center for Choke. There he is. Can he make the shot? He is blocked by Cruzy. That's now Kieran out to the side. Creamy getting a touch, looking to follow it up. It isn't the cleanest though, but Kieran is really struggling with that. Cruzy getting the 50-50 over to Luxy, tripping it up for Kieran. They're trying to fight each other and make an offensive play here as Cruzy off the back wall. Choke having control of the ball, gets a flick past one, and it is an open net, and Domino will put themselves 3-0 up in the series off of that solo play.
Yeah, now a great solo play by Choke, but you have to question Luxy. He is third, but where are his teammates to back him up? Is really questionable, because it was kind of easy play. Just 1 flick beats the wall defense. Definitely you can't let that happen in game 3 OT. Already losing by 2 games. Make that 3 now, as Domino Esport will take this game to their end and will win this game 3-2 in OT.
Yeah, we got to give a lot of credit to CrossFade there. I asked them to switch it up, and that is what they did eventually. They started taking people out of the equation. It worked perfectly for them. They did get that equalizer that they needed with that demo. But at the end of the day, the rotation, again, was just a mess towards the end of that, and that's what cost them that overtime, which is unfortunate for them, because they really did show a lot of heart. Don't know what one of them players said to wake that team up, but halfway through that game, they just a switch flicked and they started coming out of the box strong. Domino Esport, a very strong side, but CrossFade, maybe they have found an answer. It didn't necessarily work out that time. They've still got a few basics that they need to perfect yet again, but maybe they found some kind of an answer for them.
Yeah, we just have to see. Do they have the answer? Can they reverse sweep Domino again? Of course, they got reverse swept in the upper bracket. And now everything CrossFade can do is doing another reverse sweep on Domino Esport, getting them out of the loser bracket as well. Well, CrossFade have a lot of work to do, but can they make them? They need to win 4 times in a row against seed number 1 Domino Esport. Well, otherwise, Domino Esport, they will be going into the loser bracket final against the Digital Dynasty, of course. We're going to see what's going to happen in Game 4. Can CrossFade finally get a game on the end, or will Domino Esport run away with a clean sweep?
It's going to be a monumental effort here for the CrossFade side to get back into this. They have shown sparks of light, or life, should I say, in that last game. They were starting to really ramp it up, but it just was not enough there. But I believe CrossFade can maybe have a bit of an impact in the series still, but a reverse sweep, a huge ask. But we shall wait and see, as we are seeing Domino trying to start off here. Penny banging it down the field, but a good read from Kieran to get out as a Creamy onto the backboards. Kieran getting a touch back into Luxy as a Choke puts it into the centre. Penny, another shot with not enough height on it to get it past the defender. Is now Creamy into the corner. Kieran getting a touch as now Penny going for it again, trying to find Choke in the centre, but really difficult for him to reach that. As now Cruzy has looked to work within the midfield. Creamy pre-jumping that and dunking it down. As now Penny up for this, cannot do much with it. Instead puts it out into Choke, but what a save from Luxy to get it away. As now Creamy trying to find an angle onto the net as Penny looking to pick it up, but he's got Kieran really pressuring him on that one. As now Luxy puts it into Kieran again off the back wall. Choke will get it out as the first minute has come and gone, looking more even. Domino haven't found that early goal that they usually get this time, but it will come now as Choke manages to capitalise on just a small error of the CrossFade defender.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of offense from Domino Esport again in this game, but It didn't result in an early goal, but finally they can get a goal after 1.5 minute play. This again, Domino Esport for the 4th time in this series, getting the first goal of the game. So, you know, really good, well done by Domino Esport, I should say. And, you know, we have seen a lot of good saves from CrossFade as well. Having a defense on point, and, you know, maybe we can see another CrossFade. But definitely they need to start scoring goals now. Again, they need to score, and they can't just stick in defense now.
Yeah, for real. Like, they cannot stick in that defense for too long. They have to get themselves on attack, and that's not the way he wants to do it. As Choke, the man on a mission here, getting his 2nd goal of the game, and it was a very good touch from Creamy to find the center. And Choke, he's just an absolute mad lad, finding that goal and putting Domino in a winning position again.
Yeah, 2-0 up, game 4, about to clean sweep CrossFade out of playoffs. But still, a lot of time to go. 3 minutes. CrossFade, they can still do it, but you know we just need to see something else from this CrossFade side. Get some more passing plays in. Get some more, you know, organized plays against the Domino Esport side. Solo plays, it's just not gonna work. And Domino Esport, they will just play with you. They will just, you know, beat you, just like we saw in game 1, 2, and of course also game 3. Now, pretty much half time left. Domino Esport still up by 2. And definitely, CrossFade, they need to get that now. They need to start making some offenses because we haven't really seen great danger from them in this game so far.
Yeah, indeed. They've got half the game to work with, so it is crunch time for CrossFade now. But here comes Choke. When another flick, it's off the bar and out. That could have been the hat-trick there for the man himself. As now Cruzy looking for that clear down the field. Penny getting a touch there to slow it down as they're Choke out the net. Gonna find a clear downfield. Creamy now with a touch into the ceiling. Kieran gonna find a touch over to Cruzy as they're Penny does beam out to it. This is really dangerous. Choke is up for it, but he puts it off the bar. That could have been goal number 3 again for them. But if you consider it, you know, Domino, they've got all the offensive pressure here now. They don't have to score here, of course. They are still going for more. They're not willing to settle for 2 goals. They still want to show that they can dominate the series, as it is an own goal from Luxey, which will give Choke his 3rd. Really unfortunate to see for CrossFade, but Domino finally get another one.
Yeah, Cream is pre-jumping the pass of I think it was Penny, or no, I think it was Choke. Choke just going for, you know, the pitch against the back wall, and Creamy going for the pre-jump. Then the blow, and it seemed like Luxey did not expect that. It is an own one. Penny now with the fake, and he finishes it off. Gets it past one, gets it to his teammate, and Choke will get a 4th of Domino Esport. But I can say this game and this series is done and dusted.
Yeah, Penny just putting the pain on there. What a fake and pass into Choke. And that is Choke getting goal number 4. That man has been putting in work for his Domino side, but Penny, my word, that was filthy. But we consider this series done and dusted already. 4-0 here. Domino absolutely smashing it in this game as Choke's going for yet another one. He is denied, and it could be CrossFade on the counter. They will put it in, but it's not going to be enough, is it? It's just only 1 goal, 3 more to find, but it's not happening. I cannot see it happening this way.
Yeah, you know, Domino is giving everything in offense, and we have seen them, you know, doing a lot of offense, but in the end, CrossFade, they can get one back, but I don't think it's, you know, like you said, everything is possible. 1 minute remains. They still need to make 3 goals. Technically, it's possible, definitely, but, you know, looking how the series is going, you know, Domino having all the pressure and just getting 1 back from CrossFade, it's just, you know, it's just not going to be enough. They, you know, they just need more, and they just didn't deliver it in this series. Domino, you know, solid offense, in the end, you know, deserved to win this series, nearly getting the 5th goal. But Domino Esport, it will stay on 4. You know, 4 probably will win this series either way.
Yeah, they will definitely win this series. And oh my god, Penny, what a punch down the field. My words. And Kieran is out. My guy is not having it. He's like, yep, I'm done. Sorry, I'm not having it after that. Penny, this man has just been humiliating this CrossFade side. I can't believe it, but my word, Domino, they are a whole new beast today. Yesterday was a bit of a muck-up for them, but today they're showing their ability against Penny, next it off the line of a Choke. Dennis, I don't believe this. It looks like, yeah, they're done. They know it's over. My words.
What am I seeing here? It looked like a cocktail pinch from Payne getting into the goal. 2 players left now from CrossFade. And we just see a 3v1 situation going for the Brazil. But yeah, we can say this game is done now. And what a series this was. Domino Esport, demolishing CrossFade out of this game. Just 2 players out of this game now. The time is ticking off. We just see 3 players of Domino on the play of CrossFade. Oh, wow. What a series this was. All the players out of the game, and the game didn't even end. That just describes how this game went. It's, Domino just demolishing CrossFade. That's what I can say. And Domino Esport, deserve to win this series. Clean sweep, out with CrossFade out of the playoffs, and Domino will go on to the loser bracket final.
Clean sweep. And I don't mean to be that person, but I did say that they were gonna clean sweep it. And they really tried to come back, but CrossFade, they seemed to find an answer in that game 3. As much as they didn't win it, they found the answer, but then that answer just wasn't there in that last game. Domino Esport, Choke and Payne really stepped up in that last game and really showed off exactly why they are. And to be honest, I don't blame the players for leaving either as well, because no, you don't want to be there.
Yeah, and I mean, it goes to show because, it must feel good for Domino to, batter a team so hard that they just rage quit. And we've not seen that many times before in the ACC. So, Domino, well done. You've achieved quite the feat there. But my word, Domino just really killed it there. That was amazing to watch. I always love watching Domino play. They're a fun team to watch, and they showed it again. And so, with that series done, we now see Domino Esport going into the losers bracket final to face off against Digital Dynasty, which will be coming up next. Before I head to break, guys, what are our initial thoughts on that series? Because it's looking to be an absolute banger of a matchup here.
Yeah, definitely. We have seen Digital Dynasty, 4-3 of the last picks in the winners bracket round 1, and then they got clean swept by Penguin Sniffers going back into the lower bracket. But yeah, in the end, that Digital Dynasty, they're quite a solid team. I know one of the players, Thermic. I think he is a stand-in for Digital Dynasty. I think they're quite good seeded as well. Yeah, second seed of Conference 1, playing against the first seed of Conference 2, of course, in Domino Esport. So, it can be a really, really close game. Digital Dynasty, Domino Esport, I think, close really to really close teams playing against each other, going for their grand final spot, going also for their prize pool. It can be really interesting to see how the game will go.
I think it will be a very interesting game. I really, and I cannot stress this enough, I do not want to see Penguin Sniffers versus Digital Dynasty again. We saw it yesterday. What a shambles that was for Digital Dynasty. And I think Domino Esport, they're coming into that game confident. They're coming off a clean sweep. They dominated. They had fun. They're enjoying it. And I think they have the potential to go all the way. And I really hope that they do.
Yeah, I really hope they do as well. Like Domino, starting to make that lower bracket run here. We all know the lower bracket run. We've seen it many times in our release sports before. So I really hope Domino could have smashed it and they'll go on to the grand finals to get that rematch against Penguin Surfers, because I always love to see how that one will go down. But with that all said and done, we will be going to a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time to go to the next series, Digital Dynasty against Domino Esport. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.